Dajahao, my name is Garrick, and welcome back to Taiwan, Laowai. It is the start of our 7th and final day in the city of Taichung, and it appears the weather has waited until now to turn a little drizzly and ugly. How very nice of it to wait until the very last moment. Now, it's not too bad. I don't think it's gonna rain super hard at all today, but we are gonna keep our eye on the sky a little. We're actually getting out a little later than usual today. It's past 11 at the moment. I guess I really wanted to sleep in for some reason. Who knew? Now, I don't think that's gonna be a big problem. We still have plenty of time to see all the things we want to see today and end our trip on a high note. First, though, we gotta get some lunch. See you there. Alright, we're keeping it simple today. We're just getting some fast food. I don't want to waste any more time looking for the perfect restaurant, so this will suffice. This place is called J&G. I assume it's some kind of chain restaurant, but according to Google Maps, this is their first place in Taichung. Not sure if the Pokemon imagery is some sort of sponsor, or if this is just somehow always a Pokemon restaurant. We actually are getting a little short on time, I'm afraid. I want to finish my lunch and be out of here not too long after noon. So fingers crossed our lunch does not take too long to arrive. Alright folks, we got a fried chicken sandwich, we got fries, we got some cola, 169 NTD overall. Maybe a bit much, but as long as it's tasty, I don't think I'll mind. Let's give the fries a try first. Oh, they put something on those. That's not just salt, there's another flavor on there, something that's sort of tangy and puckery. Interesting. I dig it. It's a unique flavor for fries that I've never really had before. Let's try this sandwich. It's got some honey tartar sauce on top, which I think sounds quite tasty. Loving the way that works. The sauce is pretty mild, but the chicken is overall flavorful enough to make up for that. I love how it's like full meat chicken there. This isn't a reprocessed mechanical meat chicken patty. This is like a full piece of chicken here. Overall, not exceptional, not the best chicken sandwich I've ever had, but this whole meal is pretty darn good. So I'm gonna finish up here and I will see you when we're back on the road. Oof. Alright, break time's over. Let's get cracking. So our goal for the first half of today is to sort of cut a ring from east to south. We're gonna head a little east, and then we're gonna see some things there, then we're gonna curve around down south a little bit. There's actually a museum we're gonna visit, which is part of why I want to get out so early, because I know it often takes a lot of time to visit those properly. In other words, we don't have a moment to lose. Let's get going. Fun fact, it actually started raining a little bit harder as we were riding our bike, but like a second before we parked it, it has again calmed down to one single drop every 5 seconds or so. We're probably going to be keeping an eye on the sky all day. It makes me a little nervous, but We'll get through it. There are buses if we need to take them, but that can all wait for later, because right now, it's temple time! Yes, this is the Nantian temple, and as we can probably tell by the big guy on top, it's for somebody important, some important god. I should really do some research sometime on what gods and spirits are worshipped in Taiwan so I can recognize some of these temples a little better. Another time, perhaps. Sculptures, I can't quite tell. Well, that one's definitely real. Man, it's a good day to be at a temple, isn't it? You can tell it's still Chinese New Year because everyone and their mom is out and about, burning incense, leaving offerings, all that stuff. That was a very cool temple too. I liked all the sculpture work in there. Usually in temples you get more carvings and shrines than outright sculptures, so that was a nice little change. But we will stop bothering the worshippers and leave them to their holiday. For us, the museum is just around the corner. Now, if you're wondering where we are, do you remember, I think, our second night here when we crossed the Nantian Bridge at night into the northeast section of the city? Well, we are about to cross that same river again, except south, so we are in the southeast corner right now. And much like last time, you can sort of feel the city thinning out the further you head in this direction. Fewer shops, fewer buildings, mostly residential areas where people live. Now, we're not really spending that much time here. We are very quickly going to zip right on back when we head south. But the museum is just over the river, so thought it was worth mentioning. Alright folks, we have arrived at the Western Museum, which is this big palace-y looking building up here. It even says New Palace up there. Fun. This actually kind of looks like more of a multi-purpose building, shopping center, that sort of deal, and the museum is just one part of it, which would be very interesting. Never really heard of a museum inside a mall before, but first time for everything.
Afro, whoa. Yala, 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 yala. Yala, 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 yala.
This would be such a cool place to celebrate New Year's. Ah, what a lovely little museum that was. It's only like the first floor and a balcony, but there's so much stuff to see here that it's worth the price of admission. Like, there's so many cool clocks and artifacts and all that nonsense. What's interesting is that as an American, we tend to think of, oh my god, it's starting to rain again. Give me a second! Oh my god, that came out of nowhere. Okay, we're gonna be waiting under the awnings a bit for this to cool down a little. So as I was saying, as Americans, we tend to think of that kind of history in architecture and sculpture as art history. You know, the Renaissance, the Baroque era, all that stuff, the classical stuff, we think of that as like connected to the great Western tradition that we're a part of. Excuse me, it's too hot for this hood. But of course, Taiwan is in Asia, it's not a part of that tradition. So for Taiwan and other Asian countries, that sort of European, you know, French, German, English architecture and culture and stuff, that craftsmanship is the exotic culture in the same way that Asian cultures are a bit more exotic for us in the West. So it was sort of interesting getting to see that side from that perspective. It's a very subtle thing, but I could sort of feel it in a strange way. And also we got some very cool prints from the gift shop. The cost of a ticket is 150 NTD, but it does come with a voucher to get you 60 NTD off of any one thing you want in the gift shop, so figured I should take advantage of that. Alright, I think it's time to end this video here. We're gonna get one more video this afternoon before breaking for a siesta. Hopefully the rain will be nice enough for me until then, but we will see. For now, thank you once again for joining me at Taiwan Lao Wai. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, smash the bell, share with your friends, all that good stuff. And as always, I will see you next time. 再见. Bye-bye.